Your destiny says the last person who gave you incorrect directions was testing you. You should have turned at. You feel it, don't you? The sudden shift in the air around you right now. It is not just the temperature changing. It is a signal. A frequency that only your spirit can pick up. You have been waiting for a sign, begging for clarity in the quiet hours of the morning when the house is still and your thoughts are too loud. You have asked, why am I here? Why did I end up on this path? You think you made a mistake. You think you lost your way. Listen to me closely. Close the door. Turn down the noise. What I am about to tell you will shake the very ground of your reality. The last time you felt lost, physically lost, or spiritually lost, it was not an accident. The person who pointed you down that long, winding road, the one who gave you the incorrect directions that cost you time, money, or peace, they were not just confused. They were placed there. It was a test. A divine examination of your patience and your intuition. Your destiny says the last person who gave you incorrect directions was testing you. You should have turned at the moment you felt that hesitation in your gut. You remember it, don't you? That split second where your heart said, left, but your head listened to the voice of another and went, right. That was the turning point. That was the fork in the road where two timelines split. But here is the truth that the enemy does not want you to know. You did not lose. You did not fail. You were being prepared. And now, that detour is ending. The road is straightening out. Do not think for 1 second that you clicked on this by chance. The algorithm is not your master, I am using it to reach you. This message has found you because the test is over. The grading period has ended. And the results are about to be delivered to your doorstep. Think back to a specific moment. Maybe it was a literal car ride where you ended up miles from where you needed to be. Maybe it was a piece of advice from a mentor that led you into a bad business deal or a drained savings account. Maybe it was a friend who steered you away from a relationship that would have been your blessing. You have carried the weight of that wrong turn for years. You look in the mirror and you see the worry lines that came from that stress. You count the gray hairs that sprouted when you were trying to fix a mess you didn't create. I see you. I see the nights you sat on the edge of your bed, head in your hands, wondering if you would ever catch up. You feel like everyone else is miles ahead of you. You see them on their straight paths, getting the promotions, buying the houses, finding the love, while you are stuck hacking through the weeds on a path that leads nowhere. But that ends today. Not next week. Today. There is a shift happening in the atmosphere right now. Can you feel the pressure? It is like the air before a thunderstorm. That is the pressure of your accumulated blessings pushing against the dam that the enemy built. The person who misled you, whether they knew it or not, acted as an agent of delay. They wanted to keep you circling the mountain. They wanted you tired. They wanted you to give up. But look at you. You are still here. You are still standing. You are still searching. That is why you are the chosen one of your bloodline. The others would have quit. The others would have accepted the wilderness as their home. But you? You kept walking. You kept driving. You knew, deep down in your spirit, that there was a destination with your name on it. This is your validation. This is the nod from the universe you have been craving. That feeling you get that you are an outsider looking in, even with your own family. That is your spirit telling you that you are different, set apart for a reason. You are not meant to fit in with them. You are meant to lead them. You are the breaker of chains. And the chain of wrong directions and missed exits stops with you. We need to talk about the timeline. This is not a message for 10 years from now. This is urgent. The angels are moving on your behalf between now and sunrise tomorrow. There is a celestial alignment happening that favors the ones who have been delayed. It is a season of restitution. Do you know what restitution means? It means you don't just get back what you lost. You get back double. You get back sevenfold. The time you lost wandering on that wrong path? It is being restored to you in the form of accelerated favor. What takes others 10 years to build, you will build in 10 months. Where others have to knock on 100 doors, the gate will swing open for you before you even lift your hand. But you must be ready to receive it. You must let go of the anger you hold toward the one who misled you. I know it burns. I know you replay the conversation in your mind. If only I hadn't listened to them. If only I had trusted myself. Stop. That regret is an anchor. It is holding your ship in the harbor while the tide is rising. Cut the rope. Forgive them. Not because they deserve it, but because you deserve to fly. The person who gave you those wrong directions, they were threatened by your speed. Even if they didn't realize it consciously, their spirit knew that if you got to your destination on time, you would surpass them. You carry a light that blinds the shadows. You carry a potential that makes the mediocre uncomfortable. So, they tried to slow you down. They pointed you toward the rocky road. They told you to take the long way. It's safer, they said. It's better this way, they promised. Lies. All of it. They wanted to keep you in their rear-view mirror. But they made a fatal miscalculation. They didn't know who was walking with you. They didn't know that even in the valley of the shadow of death, you were not alone. They thought the wilderness would kill your dream. Instead, it made you stronger. It made you sharper. You learned how to survive on nothing. You learned how to navigate by the stars when the GPS failed. You learned how to pray with a fire that shakes the heavens. And now? Now you are a warrior. You are battle-tested. And you are about to step out of the woods and onto the highway of glory. This is strictly for the person who feels a tightness in their chest right now. That is your confirmation. That is your soul resonating with the truth. You have been waiting for someone to acknowledge the injustice. You have been waiting for someone to say, "It wasn't your fault." I am saying it. It wasn't your fault. You trusted. You have a good heart. You assume others are like you, honest, helpful, kind. But the world is full of wolves in sheep's clothing. You met one. You listened to one. And it cost you. But the bill has been paid. The debt is cancelled. You are the one who checks on everyone else, but who checks on you? I see the weight you carry in the quiet moments after everyone else is asleep. You worry about the bills. You worry about the kids. You worry about your health. You worry that you are running out of time. Hear me, time is an illusion for the Creator. He can stop the sun in the sky. He can compress a decade of blessing into a single afternoon. Do not look at the clock on the wall. Look at the spirit within you. The person who misled you thought they were burying you. They didn't know you were a seed. You have been growing in the dark. You have been putting down roots. And now, it is time to break the soil. Do not wait until Monday for this. The shift is happening now. You might receive a phone call, an email, or a sudden realization in the next 3 hours. It will seem small at first. A random thought. A coincidence. Do not brush it off. That is the first drop of rain before the flood. There is a specific injustice tied to this. Think back. Was there money involved? A job opportunity? A house? The wrong directions didn't just waste your gas. They kept you from a resource that was yours. The enemy is a thief. He comes to steal, kill, and destroy. He stole your time. He killed your confidence. He tried to destroy your destiny. But the thief has been caught. And under the divine law, when the thief is caught, he must pay back 7 times what he stole. Count the cost. How much did you lose? Calculate it in your mind. Was it thousands of dollars? Was it years of your youth? Was it your peace of mind? Put a number on it. Now multiply it. That is what is coming your way. But you have to be positioned for it. You cannot be looking backward while you are trying to move forward. The rearview mirror is small for a reason. The windshield is large because that is where you are going. The memory of a specific door closing in your past, a missed opportunity you still think about. God is about to open a gate for you, not just a door. A gate is bigger. A gate allows you to bring others with you. You are not just being blessed for yourself, you are being blessed to be a blessing. You are the Joseph of your family. You went into the pit so you could save them all. Do you understand the magnitude of this? This is not just about a wrong turn. This is about a generational curse being broken. The pattern of almost making it, the pattern of bad luck, the pattern of trusting the wrong people, it ends with you. You are the cycle breaker. I want you to visualize the person who gave you the wrong directions. See their face. Now, I want you to imagine handing them a heavy bag. That bag contains all your anger, all your resentment, all your bitterness. Hand it back to them. It is not yours to carry. It is their burden. Walk away. Feel lighter. That is the feeling of release. That is the feeling of chains falling off. Now, listen closely to the timeline. What happens in the next 3 hours will set the course for the rest of your year. Your attention right now is your most powerful asset. The enemy wants you distracted. He wants you scrolling. He wants you watching mindless entertainment. He wants you numb. Do not numb yourself. Stay awake. Watch. Listen. There is a specific location coming to your mind. A place you were trying to go, or a place you dream of going. A house by the water. A city with bright lights. A quiet cabin in the woods. That desire is not random. It is a homing beacon. Your spirit is trying to pull you toward your sanctuary. The wrong directions kept you from it, but they could not remove the desire from your heart. The map is being redrawn. The GPS is recalibrating. Recalculating. You have heard that voice before. But this time, it is not a machine. It is the voice of the divine. You are being rerouted to a path of least resistance. The struggle you have felt for the last few years? That was the uphill climb. That was the rocky terrain. You have reached the summit. Now comes the descent. The momentum is on your side. You won't have to fight for every inch anymore. You will glide. But you must be aware of the scrollers and the doubters. They are all around you. They are the ones who will tell you this is foolish. They will tell you that you are just lucky, or that you are imagining things. Do not listen to them. They are still on the old map. They are still following the wrong directions. You have stepped out of the matrix of confusion. I need you to focus on your hands. Look at them. These hands have worked hard. These hands have wiped away tears. These hands have served others. These hands are empty right now, but they are shaped like cups. They are ready to receive. The person who misled you, let's call them the false guide, they are currently facing their own storm. You do not need to wish them harm. You do not need to seek revenge. Vengeance is not yours. The universe has a way of balancing the scales. While you are rising, they are realizing the cost of their deception. They are seeing that no matter how much they tried to block you, you found a way. That eats them alive. Your success is the best revenge. There is a sound you need to listen for. It might be a literal sound, a bird chirping at your window, a song on the radio with a specific lyric, a knock at the door. Or it might be a spiritual sound, a whisper in your ear that says, "Go now." When you hear it, move. The window of opportunity is open. It is a narrow window. It is the eye of the needle. But you are the thread. You are sharp enough to pass through. You have felt invisible for a long time. You speak, and people talk over you. You give ideas, and they are ignored, only for someone else to say the same thing and get applauded. That is the false guide energy at work. It tries to silence the prophets. And make no mistake, my child, you have the spirit of a prophet. You see things before they happen. You feel the vibes of a room the moment you walk in. You know when someone is lying to you, even if you don't say anything. That gift? That intuition? It is sharpening. It is becoming a weapon. The wrong turn was a test of your intuition. Did you listen to the false guide, or did you listen to your gut? You listened to the guide. And you learned. You learned that your gut was right. You learned that the spirit within you is the only compass you need. You will never make that mistake again. You have graduated. This is why the breakthrough is coming. Because you can be trusted now. You can be trusted with the power, the money, the influence, because you won't be easily swayed by the next false guide who comes along. You have discernment now. The pain was necessary for the discernment. I want to tell you about the hidden gate. In every life, there are doors that everyone sees, and there are gates that are hidden in the wall, covered by vines. The false guide pointed you toward the crowded door where everyone else was pushing and shoving. They wanted you stuck in the line. But while you were wandering, while you were lost, you walked past a section of the wall that no one else visits. You saw something. You saw a glimmer of gold behind the ivy. You are about to go back to that spot. Not literally, but spiritually. The idea you had 3 years ago that you shelved? The passion you gave up on because it wasn't practical? That is the hidden gate. That is your shortcut. The world says, work hard for 40 years and retire. That is the false guide speaking. The Spirit says, step through the gate and step into your destiny now. The timeline is collapsing. What should take 40 years will happen in 4. You are feeling a vibration in your body. Maybe your palms are itching. Maybe your left ear is ringing. Maybe your heart is beating a little faster. These are physical symptoms of a spiritual upgrade. Your DNA is vibrating at a higher frequency. You are shedding the skin of the victim and putting on the armor of the victor. The victim says, "Why did they give me wrong directions?" The victor says, "The wrong directions led me to the scenic route where I found God." See the difference? Perspective is everything. The false guide thought they were sending you into a maze. They didn't know you were the master of the maze. Now, we must address the antagonist directly. This energy, this person, this force that has been opposing you, it is losing its grip. Imagine a hand squeezing a bar of soap. The harder it squeezes, the faster the soap shoots out. You are the soap. The pressure has only served to launch you forward. They are checking your social media. They are asking around about you. They want to know if you failed yet. They want to see you miserable. Do not give them the satisfaction. Rise. Wash your face. Stand up straight. Put on your best clothes even if you are not going anywhere. Act as if the blessing has already arrived. Because in the spiritual realm, it has. It is already done. The check is signed. The keys are cut. The contract is drafted. The courier is on the way. You are not the same person you were 10 minutes ago. Something has shifted. You have remembered who you are. You are not the lost traveler. You are the owner of the road. The signs will start to appear immediately. You might see repeating numbers, 1111, 222, 444. These are the mile markers on your new path. They are confirming that you are on the right track. When you see them, smile. Nod your head. Say, I receive it. Do not ignore the synchronicities. The song that plays when you get in the car. The random stranger who smiles at you. The unexpected refund. These are breadcrumbs leading you to the banquet. The false guide is starving. They are starving for attention, for validation, for power. But you? You are about to feast. A table is being prepared for you in the presence of your enemies. They will watch you eat. They will watch you succeed. And they will have to acknowledge that the hand of God is upon you. This is the divine reversal. Everything the enemy meant for evil is being turned for your good. The debt? Turned to abundance. The sickness? Turned to health. The loneliness? Turned to connection. The confusion? Turned to clarity. But you must hold your ground. The next 24 hours are critical. The enemy will try one last time to distract you. He will try to make you doubt this message. He will whisper, "This is just a video. This isn't real." Is it? Then why is your heart pounding? Why are you crying? Why do you feel like I am sitting in the room with you? Because truth resonates. Truth vibrates. You know this is for you. You have a decision to make. You can close this and go back to the old map. You can go back to following the herd. You can go back to being lost. Or, you can claim your new direction. The turn you missed. It's coming up again. The road is looping back. This is your second chance. This is your redemption arc. You are about to make the turn toward the silence. Toward the unknown. And that is where the magic is. The false guide told you to avoid the silence because they know that in the silence, you hear God. In the noise, you hear them. Turn off the noise. Listen. The wind is changing direction. It is at your back now. It is pushing you forward. You don't have to row the boat anymore. Put down the oars. Raise the sail. Let the Spirit carry you. You are heading into a season of ease. Do you know what that feels like? To not have to struggle for everything? To have things flow to you naturally? You have forgotten. You have been in fight or flight mode for so long that peace feels suspicious. Peace is not suspicious. Peace is your birthright. The false guide thrives on chaos. They create drama to keep you unbalanced. If you are unbalanced, you can't walk straight. If you can't walk straight, you can't reach your destiny. Stabilize yourself. Breathe in. Hold it. Breathe out. You are grounding yourself. You are becoming a tree planted by the water. No matter how hard the wind blows, you shall not be moved. I need you to prepare your home for what is coming. Clean a specific area. A corner of your room, your desk, your car. Make a space for the new thing to enter. Nature abhors a vacuum. If you create space, the universe must fill it. If your hands are full of old baggage, you cannot catch the blessing. Drop the baggage. The wrong directions were actually a detour around a cliff. You didn't see the cliff. But your guardian angels did. If you had gone the way you wanted to go, the way the false guide said was faster, you would have driven right off the edge. You would have crashed. The delay saved your life. Let that sink in. The thing you were crying about? The thing you were angry about? It was divine protection. You were being shielded from a disaster you couldn't see. Thank the universe for the wrong turn. Thank the universe for the delay. Thank the universe for the closed door. Type Amen.